This is Amy Chan from CakeDecoratingSchool.com, and if you like cake decorating, you're in the right place. If you like these products, please check out the links in the description. In this video, we are going to be talking about the 3 types of pastry bags that we use in our studio. The first and easiest, disposable bags. Use them once, use them for multiple colors, it's up to you, but they're easy to cut and fit to any project. Right? They're made from a nice weight plastic. You can use them with just a tip or with a coupler. It's up to you, right? They're easy to store, cheap, and a good solution, especially if you don't have a lot of time for washing up. The second would be silicone bags, and these are relatively new. They are reusable and do require washing, and you do have to care for them to make sure that they're not flopping closed when you're drying, because you don't want them to get stinky and funky inside, because that is, well, just kind of gross, right? And not good. You don't want bacteria growing in things. So you do, when you're drying any kind of reusable bag, make sure that you open them up and let them stand on a wire rack or a dish drainer so they get nice airflow as they're drying. They're made from a nice weight silicone. It's smooth on the inside, and I like that it has a nice kind of texture to the plastic on the outside that helps with the grip. And while they're colored, they're also clear. So if you're gonna do things like striping bags or anything else like that, I do prefer them a little bit to the third option I use, which are the polyurethane bags. Right? So these are a little more old school. They come in a variety of sizes, and as you can see, they're not transparent. So if you're doing anything like striping, it can make it a little harder. We tend to use these for things like cupcakes, just where we're doing high volume and using large amounts of buttercream. One thing I do like is that the ends are reinforced with an extra layer of plastic coating, right? It's extra thick down here, so it's less likely to rocket a tip out. So the main thing is, one, decide if you're gonna go the reusable route. It is more environmentally friendly. It can require a little more washing and other things on your part. And when you buy these bags, decide what sizes of tips that you're gonna use them with, and whether or not you're gonna be using them with couplers, because that'll determine how you cut, right, the ends of the bags so that they fit and work for your projects, right? So it does require some thought and some planning, and you might need to buy multiples to ensure that you have the right size openings for all of your projects. So for the silicone bags, typically we use them for these kind of medium-sized decorator tips, and you can see I have them cut. And the key here is you want to make sure that they're cut so all the openings on the tip are exposed, right? And for the polyurethane ones, because I tend to do large amounts of buttercream, I use them with my bigger decorating tips, and I have these cut for those. So I kind of use these for 2 different jobs, right? These are usually just plain colors of buttercream. I'm doing large amounts, finishing lots of stuff at one time. These tend to be more decorative projects that I need the larger tips for. And then a lot of times I just use the smaller disposable ones for the smaller tips, because they tend to be smaller projects. And that works out nicely so that I have a nice balance, and sometimes I'm washing things and sometimes I'm not. That's really up to you, and those are some choices that you can make. And over the long run, these reusable ones, even though they'll cost you a little more upfront, will save you over time because you'll use less disposable bags. So if you enjoyed this video and you'd like to check out more about materials and equipment we use in cake decorating, or just for inspirational videos about cake decorating itself, follow us on Insta or YouTube at Cake Decorating School. If you're interested in learning more about yearly membership and what it entails, you can go to www.cakedecoratingschool.com. And if you're interested in the products in this video, check out the links in the description.